Two civilians and a police officer killed when a gunman opened fire at a Planned Parenthood clinic in Colorado last night. After a lengthy standoff with the active shooter, police were able to take him into custody. What we know about the suspected gunman and his motives. Black Friday may be over, but the holiday shopping season has just begun. A look at crime prevention tips for shoppers during this busy time of year. And in less than 10 years, the movement that started as a hashtag has grown into one of the busiest shopping days of the year. News Channel 5's Andrew Ruiz explains how Small Business Saturday is about more than just the great deals. Good morning and welcome to Today on 5. I'm Jason Hackett, joined by the lovely Home Team 5 meteorologist, Glenn Glazer. Good morning, Glenn.
I think I've been called lovely before. This is the first time we've ever worked together.
First time we've ever worked together. I'm looking forward to this.
I like new things during the holidays. Okay, let's check this out. We've got a lot going on today. A lot of folks in town, obviously visiting. I've got relatives in town from California. They're enjoying some nice South Florida holiday weather. Temperatures this morning hovering in the upper 60s and low 70s along the coast. And we've got some low 60s a little further inland. In fact, Okeechobee right down to 61 degrees now. You'll also notice right away we've got a few showers moving in, but it's kind of par for the course for the past few days. We've been seeing rain moving in along the coast each morning, and then things kind of thin out a bit throughout the day with just a few fast-moving showers, and today's not going to be much different from that. Sebastian getting some rainfall right now down to Lakewood Park, far inland toward Okeechobee County as well. We've got some rain moving right over I-95 and Florida's Turnpike in St. Lucie County. Jensen Beach getting a shower right now, and in the lighter greens, that's later rainfall, but in the yellows and darker greens, that's some heavier rainfall moving in. Indiantown with a few sprinkles shooting on by there, mostly to the north, and as we head down to Palm Beach County, got one shower here that really whipped on down from northeast to southwest through Boynton Beach and out past the Turnpike near Boca West and Boca. So, fast-moving showers possible this morning, this afternoon. A few fast showers here and there. Warm and windy today. High temperatures reaching the upper 70s and low 80s. We'll look at tomorrow and the rest of next week, which does include a stronger cold front coming up in just a few minutes.
Glenn, thank you very much. 3 people are dead and 9 are hurt after a gunman opens fire at a Planned Parenthood clinic. You're taking a look at the suspect right now being taken into custody by police. The standoff in Colorado Springs lasted nearly 6 hours as the gunman battled officers. Colorado officials have identified the man as 57-year-old Robert Louis Deere. We're still waiting to learn a motive. Authorities are now combing through what they're calling a huge crime scene, taking extra precautions. They say the shooter left objects, possibly explosives, at the clinic. A man describes what was happening during the shooting when his sister called him from inside.
She called me and she was telling me that there was a shooting. I heard that the shooting, and she couldn't say too much because she was afraid that those guys.
Officers say they don't know if the clinic was targeted. Police say the gunman gave himself up after SWAT team members cornered him off inside the clinic. The police officer killed in the shooting at the Planned Parenthood clinic in Colorado Springs was a 6-year veteran of the force. That's according to the University of Colorado in Colorado Springs, where Officer Garrett Swayze served. The campus is 10 miles away from the shooting scene, but Swayze rushed there to back up another officer who came under fire. Swayze was 44 years old. 2 other civilians were killed and 9 more people were hurt. Police say all the wounded are in good condition. Turning to local coverage now, a fatal shooting took place in Riviera Beach last night. It happened at around 11 p.m. Now, what we know right now is that an African-American male has died. We will bring you more information as soon as we learn more. Police are looking for a woman they believe will help solve a murder case. Do you know who she is? Take a look. Detectives say the woman witnessed the killing of Abad Tito Teneo on Sunday. The homicide happened near Echo Lake Drive and North Shore Drive in West Palm Beach. If you know anything about the case or who the woman is, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen. We've also posted her picture on our Wptv Facebook page for you to share. Black Friday may be over, but the holiday shopping season has just begun. And to make sure you don't become a target while you're out and about, the Delray Beach Police Department has started its special task force to combat holiday robberies. The task force will patrol multiple shopping centers in the city and keep an eye out for suspicious activity.
By us being out here and being vigilant and looking for things, I mean, it helps us stay ahead of those type of issues.
The task force is funded by a U.S. Department of Justice grant, and it will go through the end of December. And speaking of special task forces, Boca Raton's kindergarten cops are back with a message to never leave your gifts in plain sight.
We need to follow that guy. Why? Because I bet he's going to stop somewhere and we can take the stuff right from his car. Here we go again. Kids and bad guys. Preventing holiday crimes. It's not child's play.
The police department's video has been viewed more than 2 million times, and it'll play throughout the holiday season at movie theaters and on the Boca Raton City Channel. Officers will also hand out holiday postcards with crime prevention tips to shoppers. Happening today, it's one of the biggest shopping days for small businesses as they celebrate Small Business Saturday. The event always falls after Black Friday and caters to mom and pops who experts say are somewhat forgotten. News Channel 5's Andrew Ruiz is live in Northwood, which really got its start because of small business. Andrew.
That's right, Jason. The boutiques right behind me, you can see they're already filled with their Christmas trees and their wreaths, flooding the streets of Northwood, and they're really thriving in this neighborhood, somewhat of a renaissance. But you know, on Black Friday, the emphasis is on big retailers like Macy's, Walmart, and Target. Today, businesses will sport the Shop Small logo to remind people of the impact your dollar can have on the community. You got to remember, over 50% of the working population, 120 million individuals, work in a small business. Small businesses have generated over 65% of net new jobs since 1995, so more than big retailers. And another interesting statistic is that 52% of all small businesses are home-based, so you got to remember maybe those things like Etsy where some women or men can make some projects at home, they can sell those online. So that's also thinking of shopping small and supporting small businesses. So make sure to look for this logo, the Shop Small logo. It will be on some retailers who got some of those materials ahead of time, but it doesn't matter if they don't have the logo and they're a small business, try to support them. We're live in West Palm Beach. Andrew Ruiz, Wptv News Channel 5.
On to Decision 2016. Florida is gearing up for a visit from the GOP frontrunner. Donald Trump is making a stop in Sarasota today for a campaign rally. The latest statewide poll shows Trump leading with 36%, followed by Marco Rubio with 18%, and Dr. Ben Carson with 15%. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush in 5th place with 8.9%. A surprise trip to Jordan for Dr. Ben Carson. The presidential candidate flew there overnight to meet with Syrian refugees. He's been criticized for not knowing enough about foreign policy. The Carson campaign says this trip will give him a better understanding of the refugee crisis. Hillary Clinton will be in South Florida next week. She's expected at a private fundraiser Tuesday night in Miami Beach. Clinton will be in Orlando on Wednesday for what her campaign calls a grassroots organizing event. It is now 5:08. Just ahead, there seems to be an app for everything these days, including a demand on childcare. A look at how technology is making it easier for busy parents to find a babysitter. And it's a match, how these girlfriends realized they were compatible in more ways than one.
Interesting. All right, let's take a quick look at the radar this morning, and you may be trying to time out your morning run or your dog walk, and there's some showers moving in, and they're moving quickly. We'll track this rainfall for you and talk about your weekend forecast coming up.
Dunkin's new sweet black pepper bacon sandwich with double the slices of caramelized crispy peppered bacon. It's the bacon experience you've been waiting for. Bacon up. America runs on Dunkin'.
Never before has performance sounded so revolutionary. Watch the big finish of the Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2, now playing. And hurry in for 0% APR for 75 months on select 2015 Dodge Chargers at the Black Friday Blockbuster Sales Event. Sale ends November 30th. Get 0% financing for 75 months or $3,000 total cash allowance on the 2015 Dodge Charger SXT.
Be ready to winter with Infiniti. Now through January 4th, lease the Infiniti Q50 for $309 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
When does driving matter most? Finding your new favorite road? Or when just taking a drive turns into a drive for good? This holiday, take a test drive during the Mazda Drive for Good event, and we'll give back an hour of our time to local causes. Buy any new Mazda, and we'll donate to St. Jude or a charity you choose. Because driving matters most when you're driving for good.
Wake up!
Come on! Why are you sleeping?
Come on! What time is it?
It's go time!
Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go! I feel like I went to bed an hour ago. I'll make the cocoa.
Get a great offer on the car of your grown-up dreams at the Mercedes-Benz Winter Event.
It's the look on their faces that makes it all worthwhile.
But hurry, these offers end soon.
Catch holiday cookie cheer on the tip of your tongue with Dunkin' Donuts holiday cookie flavored coffees, lattes, and macchiatos. Enjoy every sip of the new Snickerdoodle macchiato. America runs on Dunkin'.
Welcome back. Time is now 5:11. If you're looking for ways to spend your weekend, we can help. Here is a look at the community calendar. Head to Manalapan for a $5 classic movie. The Palm Beach Theater will be playing Meet John Doe at 10 a.m. Or you can wait until the 2 p.m. showing of Life with Father. The classic film will be accompanied by the animated short Hollywood Steps Out. And tonight you can head to Boca Raton to see The Nutcracker. The unique version of the holiday classic will be shown at the Olympic Heights Performing Arts Center. To learn more about what's happening in your neighborhood or to share an event, log on to our website, Wptv.com, and click on the community calendar link. Also happening today, one of the biggest rivalries in college football is going down. The Gators and the Seminoles facing off in Gainesville. Now, if you're not able to go to the game, West Palm Beach is hosting a huge tailgate party downtown. The city plans to turn Meyer Park into Meyer Field for game day. There'll be 2 giant screens to watch the game. Also bands playing both college fight songs and raffles. The party starts at 11 a.m. and kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. And anybody can go fishing for free today. It's a statewide saltwater free fishing day, one where you don't need a license. The goal is to introduce people to fishing without going through the hassle of buying a license. Crabbing, lobstering, and scalloping is also allowed. And a woman in desperate need of a kidney found her match through the dating app Tinder, and she shared Thanksgiving dinner with the people who saved her life. Maricela Burgos explains how that woman is extra thankful this year.
There are many Thanksgiving blessings tonight inside the Bragan house.
I didn't realize how sick I felt until after I woke up and they put her kidney in me, and it was just like I felt like my old self.
Erica Bragan left the hospital today after surgery in time to celebrate the holiday with her loved ones and a woman who's now a part of that.
I'm so thankful for my family, of course, and my friends. I think my kids are thankful that I hopefully will be back to normal.
Erica suffers from polycystic kidney disease. She found her kidney match, Jennifer Thomas, thanks to her friend swiping right on Tinder.
I feel like I have a front row seat to such just an amazing miracle.
A miracle that's turned into a special friendship.
I hope that they'll keep me because I love everyone that I've gotten to meet through this whole experience. It's really changed my life.
Through a Tinder blind date of all things, it was a connection, but it was a connection about hope and about saving a life.
And now together, they want to continue helping other people who suffer from the same disease through Team Tampa PKD.
Not only do we have today to be thankful for Erica and all of this that's happened, but more people are waking up and they want to help, and that is everything I ever wanted.
Well, many of you parents know the agony of trying to find a good babysitter, especially at the last minute. Well, now there's an app for that. Chime, it's like Uber for childcare. Enter your zip code, payment information, and the date and time the sitter is needed. Chime will find 3 babysitters who live nearby. You can watch the sitter's video interview and check reviews from other parents. The company says it prides itself on its hiring process.
It's very intense. Only 1 in 5 make it. We actually do an in-person evaluation at the office, and then we do ID verification, enhanced background check, and we scrape over 300 social media sites. So if something is out there, we are going to find it.
Right now, Chime is only available in New York, Boston, Chicago, and Washington, D.C., but you can enter your email address and zip code on its website, and staff will let you know when Chime comes to your city. If you're in the market for a new car, here's something you may not be thinking about. The type you buy will impact your insurance. SUVs and trucks are less expensive to insure than sedans. InsuranceQuotes.com found you can get the best deal with a Ford Explorer. The study divided the average annual cost to insure your car by the cost to buy the car to come up with this. The GMC Sierra and Chevy Silverado also make the top 5 for the best prices. It will cost you the most to insure a Ford Focus. The study found it's the worst because it's much more likely to get stolen. It's also more likely to get damaged in crashes because it's small. Other cars with the worst insurance deals include the Toyota Corolla and the Hyundai Elantra. Along with the shopping frenzy that begins the day after Thanksgiving, so does the hunt for the family Christmas tree. While some prefer the convenient roadside stands to grab a tree, others stick with tradition and like to cut down their very own. Reid has the story.
I want to be just 2 inches higher than Dad.
The search for the perfect Christmas tree takes a combination of patience and practice.
What, that one?
8-year-old Jordan Mesmer has the right mix of both.
One that's about just a little bit taller than Dad and doesn't have big holes.
The Mesmer family is one of hundreds stopping by the Urgel Christmas Tree Farm in Dade City on their busiest day of the year.
The day after Thanksgiving is when we sell a large number of trees. As you can see, there's a lot of activity going on right now. People want to get their tree and get it up.
The farm is popular in large part because of the do-it-yourself nature. Families that choose can grab a complimentary saw and head out to the endless rows of trees and do all the heavy lifting on their own.
You know, it's just family memories, creating memories for all of us, you know, the grandkids, cutting the tree down. It's a bonding we have.
And starting tomorrow, families can get even a little more adventurous. The Florida Forest Service is opening certain state forests, including one in Lake Wales, for those looking out in the wild for a tree. You need $10, a permit, and your own saw. Keep in mind, it'll be a little more rustic than your tree farms. But either way, you'll be taking home a family memory and maybe starting a tradition, too.
Some customers, they won't even think of getting a tree that they don't get to cut down.
Good morning, everyone. 18 minutes after 5 o'clock on this Saturday morning, Small Business Saturday. And we're looking at, a pretty shaky Live 5 camera over Peanut Island and Singer Island this morning. You see it jiggling around here all over the place. Because it's still windy, and it's going to be windy again today. But this will be the last day that it's really windy. Winds are going to start to relax a little bit as we get into tomorrow. By the way, if you're not too busy, in about 10 minutes from now, you'll be able to catch the International Space Station. There are no clouds in your way, soaring over South Florida from southwest to southeast this morning. It's going to be visible for about 3 minutes. Looks like a big glowing softball cruising across the sky. So check it out if you have a few minutes this morning. All right, your weather headlines. Here's what we're looking at. Rain on radar this morning, windy, then becoming breezy as we move through the weekend. And when will our next cold front arrive? We'll talk about that in just a moment. Take a look at this, though. Quite a few showers cruising in along the coast this morning. This is something we've been seeing every morning for the past few mornings, and things kind of thin out during the day with just a few fast-moving showers for the rest of the day and into the evening hours as well. And that's the way it's going to pan out today as well. So the bulk of the rainfall that we're going to see today will be this morning, and a lot of it coming in right now. Sebastian with some rain on the way in and moving off to the southwest pretty quickly. Florida Ridge, Fort Pierce. There's some shower activity out here by Florida's Turnpike, and I-95 getting a little soaking there in St. Lucie County as well. Through Stewart, down toward Lost Lake along I-95 and Florida's Turnpike, this shower continues to head inland and should be in Indiantown in about a half hour or so as it moves down to the southwest. And also we got little tiny showers around Lake Worth, a couple out by Lion Country Safari there in Palm Beach County. And this big shower just moved out past Boca West in Boca. And as we continue through the day today, fast-moving showers. A couple this morning. We're seeing right now things quiet down. There's 8 o'clock this morning. Look what happens. Up until around noon today, not a whole lot going on. Just a few showers cruising in along the coast, and then that continues through the afternoon hours. All in all, a fantastic day, although winds will be pretty gusty out of the northeast, and that gives us, again, that high risk for rip currents. Whoa, what's that turkey doing on top of there? To fix that. Get out of there, turkey. Thanksgiving's over. 81 degrees today for a high. The same for tomorrow. 82 on Monday and 84 on Wednesday. Look at this. As we get toward the end of the week, very, very warm. However, we are expecting our next strong cold front to move in by Friday night. Temperatures could drop into the 70s for highs again by next weekend. That's a quick look at your forecast.
It is now 5:20. Coming up, a team of UCF students have developed a new device that moves wheelchairs with simple facial movements. How the young team is proving that solutions are limitless. And are you in the mood to create a little Christmas magic of your own? Howard is in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with a recipe that is great for snacking all holiday season long. Stay with us.
Ross has something special for you this weekend. Thousands of gifts at incredible savings. Ross is open Friday from 7 a.m. till 11:30 p.m. with extended hours Saturday and Sunday.
So here's the deal. Every mechanic knows cars, but a Mopar mechanic knows your car. We know everything there is to know because our training, our tools, our parts, and your vehicle all come from the same place. Now that's a big deal. It means no one is more trusted to get the job done right and done fast. And to make a big deal even better, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for $1. At your Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram dealership.
Be ready to winter with Infiniti. Now through January 4th, lease the Infiniti Q50 for $309 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
It's back.
It's Nissan's holiday event. Now with special Black Friday offers.
Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on top of existing offers on select models.
Bonus cash and soon.
Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com.
Celebrate the holidays with a sleigh full of television favorites.
Well, I'll tell you something, Shortcut, that's what Christmas is all about.
As MeTV wishes everyone a very Merry MeTV.
Merry Christmas.
Each weeknight starting at 9/8 Central, unwrap a special holiday-themed TV classic. And as a stocking stuffer, we've added some special surprises.
I guess that's what the miracle of the season's all about.
Happy holidays from MeTV South Florida. Ho, ho, ho!
Pajamas make a great gift. And at Ross, you'll find a huge selection of brand name pajamas at prices you're gonna love. So if you want the same great styles as department stores at a fraction of the price, you gotta go to Ross.
Catch your News Channel 5 updates throughout the day on News Radio WJNO.
Our annual Christmas cookie countdown begins today with a very magical recipe. Here's Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Do you know what today is? It's the day we kick off our annual online Christmas cookie countdown. So if you love cookies, then all this month you're gonna wanna go online as we reveal a new cookie every day. Today, we're starting with a bar cookie that is holiday festive and as easy as can be. So what do you say we roll up our sleeves and get baking? We start by placing a stick of butter in a 9x13 baking dish and popping it in the oven just long enough for the butter to melt. Once it does, we sprinkle on some graham cracker crumbs, then a layer of chocolate chips. And those can be the mint chocolate chips if you want, like I'm using here, followed by a good amount of chopped walnuts and shredded coconut. Now, we pour a can of sweetened condensed milk over it, which holds it all together. And since it's Christmas, we top it off with a few red and green mini chocolate-coated candies to make it even more magical before baking it. After it cools, cut it into squares and they're ready to serve with a big glass of milk or to bring to a cookie exchange. As always, the recipe for our Christmas Magic Squares is online now, so you can kick off your holiday baking with a foolproof bar cookie that's always the first to disappear. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with our little cookie monster, Kelly, where today we found a magical way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Good?
Delicious. So happy that Christmas is almost here. You can find this recipe and all the other ones from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen on our website. Just go to wptv.com/MrFood.
I feel like a huge slacker, Jason. I went outside last night and like half my neighborhood has their lights up already and stuff. I'm like, when did people have time to do that already? That's some go-getters, some overachievers in my neighborhood. All right, here's what we're looking at. We've got some showers moving in our area this morning, but that's nothing compared to what's going on across the central part of the country. This is a wintry mix here down through parts of Kansas and Oklahoma and down into Texas as well, from Dallas all the way up into the Midwest. Some heavy rainfall. If you've got friends and family who have to travel through this part of the country today, it's going to be very, very messy. We'll have a look at your hour-by-hour forecast for our area coming up.
It is now 5:26. Coming up in our next half hour, we may not be getting snow, but some areas along the coast are getting hit hard. How high tides, persistent winds, and large waves are affecting our local beaches. And is your news feed slowly morphing into Craigslist? A look at what it takes to make money just from home, just ahead.